Good day, everyone. My name is Sean, and I return after a very long break of doing absolutely nothing on YouTube. But I have some very good news, and the news is kind of old now. It's almost like a month old, but it's still pretty good news. So I'm going to tell you now. I, for my birthday, decided to build my own gaming PC. I've never built a computer in my life. The only thing, no, in fact no, the only thing I have done to do with building computers is probably upgrading the RAM in my MacBook Pro. And that's about it. That's about as technical as I've gone until now. So, after watching a few videos, mainly Jack Fragg's video, I'll leave the link in the description if you want to watch that, in case you're wondering what I'm talking about. So I watched that, and I was quite inspired to build that PC I was going to, because I was on a budget of about £400, I think. But the PC he built was about 300, and it looked good. The computer run games, well, most games at the time, pretty fine. I don't know how well they'd run now. But then I went onto the PC Master Race subreddit, and there was a after doing some browsing, I found a thread which had some specs and some parts and stuff you could buy if you're on a budget, but you really want to get the best performance out of a computer with your budget. So this one cost me about £400, about as much as an Xbox One, but I was going to buy an Xbox One if I'm honest. But to be honest, I don't regret a thing now. I'm thoroughly enjoying this so much. Honestly, I can't remember the specs off the top of my head. Well, you know, all the really intricate detailing stuff. I can tell you that I got an AMD processor. I think it's an Athlon X4 Black Edition. My graphics card is an AMD an XFX Radeon HD 7850. 8GB of RAM, 1TB hard drive. But I can't remember the make of my motherboard. Again, I shall leave the link for that Reddit post in the description, because it's really interesting if you're considering building your own. And it's actually really surprising how easy it was to build a PC. It was described as being easy as putting Lego together, and I honestly thought that it wasn't going to be true. But it is. It is really straightforward. All you've got to do, I think the most you've got to do is just screwing stuff in to the case, which is the motherboard. Everything else just seems to clip into place, really. The only thing, actually, no, the biggest problem is trying to find out where the wires go. If you're not experienced with building computers, trying to put wires into the right place for the first time can be quite tricky. But I did get around there in the end. The power supply, I ordered a 650 watt power supply. The minimum for my graphics card, I think, was 500 watt. So I was going to get a 500 watt one. Better be safe than sorry, and got myself a better power supply. That didn't actually have much of an impact on the old budget, which is very good. But performance-wise, everything runs great. The most demanding game I've probably got at the moment is Battlefield 4. I can't believe I bought Battlefield 4 for the PC. I got it on the Xbox, and I enjoy playing it on the Xbox, but obviously if you played it on the 360, you'll know that the graphics are awful, textures don't load properly, and it's just laggy and crap. But on Battlefield 4, well, when I'm in the test range, I get a good 90 frames a second on high settings. But then when it comes to in-game, like when you're properly fighting, it does tend to drop to about, I don't know, about 50-ish. So I always turn it down to medium so I can get a better experience, because it does depend on what's happening in game. When I go to Conquest Large, though, the frame just drops. I don't know whether that was a bug or something. I haven't really tried it since. But yeah, all the games that I've really wanted to play and record, they work fine. Valve games that run on Source Engine, those I can run those on high, and I can record them just fine, which is great. Because as you can see, I'm currently playing Counter-Strike Global Offensive. I've been wanting to record this for ages, and then just being able to do it is just, it's great. And on my Mac, it was such a pain. I had to turn all the graphics down, and then it was a case as to whether the frames would be good enough to play with. But on this, I don't really have to worry at all. it's such a huge relief. So if you're wondering what program I'm using to record this, I'm using Dxtory. I've tried a few. Well, I didn't try a few, I tried 2. Fraps was out of the question because I've used that before. The file sizes are insanely big, and it also takes up quite a bit of CPU power, apparently. I tried a new one called Open Broadcast Software, which is good. My mate actually recommended it to me. He used it quite a lot, and what I decided to do was try it out, and yeah, it worked a while. It's the frame rate drop was more than with Dxtory, but the quality was about the same. It's a lot more technical open broadcast software, I must say, and you can also use it for if you're a Twitch streamer or you're considering going to streaming on Twitch. Then OBS is a great software you can use. Dxtory is used by many to record their gameplay on the PC, and I'd highly recommend it. It's worth the money, and you get a great video quality out of it. I'm recording my videos in 720p because at 1080p the frame rate is awful. Like in the video, I can play the games fine, but when it comes to actually playback, the video is really choppy. I don't know whether that's because I didn't have the settings set up properly, but I'll have to have a little fiddle around with that. So yeah, I don't know whether I'll be uploading any more stuff. I hope to, because I really like this. So yeah, stay tuned. Hopefully I can upload some more stuff. And yeah, so thanks for watching, and I shall see you next time. Goodbye.